What is the most important thing that a person needs to be successful in his life or to achieve his ambition? Or what is the secret behind real resilience? Even though it is my personal opinion, what should be the message in a motivational class? I have been receiving a lot of messages from my Facebook followers. Some filled with compliments, others with criticism. They all are asking, I am a good writer, a designer, and a teacher who handle different subjects, and irrespective of all these talents, what went wrong? Why I suffered this much? What was my weakness? Because I lacked the essential thing that is must for success, courage. So the question, what does it mean by courage? Is it something being aggressive? Personally, I believe being aggressive is a sign of weakness. It is the outward representation of inner helplessness and weakness. Usually, the weak people are more aggressive. So another question, people without courage also achieved many things in their life. No, it is purely by luck and chance. By luck, they may not have faced the brutal realities of life. By luck, they may not have encountered the most and worst selfish people in their life. Just imagine a person who is spoon-fed and pampered by or protected by his parents, achieved his ambition, and he is leading a motivational class. My question, if he or she is had been placed in a different circumstance, that means if in a misogynist family which says girl should not study or a girl should live like a slave, or if they were born in a war-torn country like Syria, Afghan, or in an area disturbed by violence, would they still succeed? Courage matters here. That's why I say they may not have faced the brutal realities of life. Courage does not mean being aggressive or challenging everything around us. Courage means maintaining our mental balance, irrespective of all external provocation, and if we are able to focus on our work or our ambition, that is courage. The people or world around us are too much complicated. We cannot expect how they are going to behave or what circumstance we may land in. So, irrespective of all external trigger, provocation and threat, if we are able to focus on our work, that is real courage. Courage means inner strength, not the loud, aggressive kind of courage, but the quiet, steady inner strength to keep going when life gets dark. In a spiritual context, we can see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna advises Arjuna to maintain an equanimity or mental balance. That means Bhagavad Gita was advised in a battlefield, and of course Krishna not saying to be aggressive or to shout or to threaten enemies, not like that. He says to be to maintain his equanimity like a yogi and fight. To fight not for revenge but for justice, for peace, not for Arjuna's personal gain, not for Krishna's personal gain, to uphold the justice of humanity like a soldier fighting against terrorists. Here also Krishna says to maintain equanimity or mental balance of mind. You may have heard the famous poem by Rabindranath Tagore. Let me not pray to be sheltered from dangers. Let me not beg for the stilling of my pains, but the hurt to conquer it. This is the real courage to conquer our pain with equanimity. There is another quote by Swami Vivekananda. He says, world is a great gymnasium where we came to make ourselves strong. Strong means it's not bodily strength to get a lot of muscles, nothing like that. To master this equanimity and make ourselves strong. He says in Bhagavad Gita also says, such person with his equanimity would eventually eligible for moksha. That is spiritual anger. And if in psychological perspective, if a person hurt you, that or insult you, that will leave a deep emotional trauma. And especially if you believe that that person is superior and you are worthless. This type of thinking is very dangerous and it will destroy our self-worth. But if you are emotionally intelligent and if you are able to realize why that person is behaving so, that means that person may be narcissistic. It's a type of mental disorder. Such people always harass us. And if that person may be bipolar or with borderline personal disorder, and he is just expressing that inner struggle, or because he is ill, that's why his behavior is so, you will say, oh, it's not about me, it's his problem. And you won't take this it too much personally, and you are not going to be emotionally destroyed too much. But this is called emotional maturity. Then you can leave it. You can just say leave it and walk away. This is called emotional maturity or emotional intelligence in psychology that I have learned from my counseling session by my counselors and mentors. Don't fall into despair thinking you are worthless, or don't be overconfident thinking you are superior. Both are dangerous. And also we should be bold to say no wherever it needs. And we should defend ourselves without getting emotionally destroyed. And we should learn to maintain our mental balance or this equanimity irrespective of all external trigger. And if you are able to concentrate on your work, that is real courage and success. We should maintain our mental balance or equanimity irrespective of all trigger. And if you are able to concentrate on our work with some enjoyment, that is, equanimity doesn't mean emotionless, but controlling our emotions maturely. We should not take others' actions, others' word too much personally. Just think why they are behaving so. And we should train ourselves to maintain our inner strength. You can use yoga, meditation, or other exercise like a gym, anything to maintain this inner balance. And if you have that inner strength, eventually it will help you to achieve your ambition, and that will help you to lead a successful life. I have been through a lot of challenges and terrible experience in my life. I suffered so much. So this is the lesson I have learned from my life, to maintaining this equanimity or mental balance or inner strength. That is a real key to success, or it should be the biggest motivational messages to others. I believe personally achieving anything in your life, or if you are in a position, that won't give you peace, or you cannot ensure that life will be smooth afterwards if you are failed to maintain this mental balance. So we should train ourselves and our children to maintain this mental rhythm, mental balance from early ages. Then only we can lead a successful life. And my next book, it is analysis of my personal experience through the social and political lens. It's not just an autobiography, but the reflection of the system around us. And thanks for commenting and encouraging me, giving a lot of advice. Obviously, I'm not a perfect. I'm still that sensitive woman. So forgive me if I make any mistake. And still, I'm also trying to practice this equanimity in our life. So thanks for all your blessing. Again, thank you.